love it. But she can't be in it. Right. Let's go to Instagram.
Yeah. Instagram is where the money at.
Okay, now here Instagram.
Hey everybody, jumping in. We're gonna get started in 2.5 seconds. Hey everybody, jumping in. We're gonna get started in 2.5 seconds. All right. Let's do it. All right. Amen. Listen, guys, I think I'm in church. But anyways, I'm not in church, but God is definitely in the midst, okay? So we had a little technical difficulties. If you came from Facebook, welcome. If you're from Instagram, welcome, guys. This is the day that you do not want to miss, okay? This is the training you do not want to miss. So we were talking about being in the room. We thank you guys for being on the live, but I want to challenge you. Next time there's a training, do your best to get in the room, okay? Drive to get in the room. It was nothing but God's grace and His divine timing that allowed me to be in rooms and speak to people that was able to help me close deals, speak to people that I was able to partner with, right? So when you in the room, it's a different energy than when you're sitting at home, right? Because when you're in the room, you're more focused. When you're in the room, there's less distractions, okay? And so I thank you guys still for being here, because being present is still present, all right? So now, we were talking about, honestly, getting started. How I got started, and my name is Chardeline Vigne, and guys, you are here for a treat today. Dr. Karen really loves you guys, because obviously I wouldn't just show up to anybody's brokerage, okay? So Dr. Karen, Dr. Karen really loves you guys, and she wants you to win, okay? The goal here, I don't care what brokerage you're in, the goal is for you to win, right? So if there's an opportunity that we can help each other in, then we're going to win. So this session, guys, is called Act Like a Realtor, the realtor that you are, all right? But I want you to get paid like an investor. Earn like an investor, okay? Actually, this is act like a realtor, think like an investor, and you're going to get paid like an investor, okay? Learn how to grow your income and build investor partnership, okay? My name is Chardeline Vigne. I've been able to do exactly what this says right here. This title says, I am a licensed real estate agent in the state of Florida, and I am also working with lots of investors, and I'm an investor myself. So about 7 years ago, so I've been in business for 7 years. And 7 years ago, I was able to get a phone call. I got a call, or just like you guys, you saw a flyer, and I was able to come and be in the room with people, honestly, that didn't look like me. I wasn't shy. I wasn't, intimidated. I was eager. I'm like, okay, something got to be in here. Like, I'm leaving here with something, like Denzel Washington said, okay? I'm leaving here with something. And so I came in the room. I listened. I observed. I heard everything. I didn't say in disbelief that it wouldn't happen to me. I didn't have disbelief. Like, I didn't have it. I didn't call my mom. I didn't call my dad. I didn't call my friends and ask them, should I come? I didn't do none of that stuff. So a lot of times we go into businesses, we go into new ventures, asking everybody for their opinion. But that's not, when God gave you something, He gave it to you. If He gave you the opportunity to be somewhere, to hear something where other people are doing it, everybody can't be lying. Everybody can't be lying, So if He gives you an opportunity like that, your goal is to not try to run to everybody for their opinion. If you should do this, if you should do that, your goal is to say, okay, I got this. let's see how I can make this happen for me. Because if it could happen for her or him, it could happen for me. And that's exactly what happened. I looked at this young lady that was up there that did look like me, and I said, well, if she could do it, I could do it, right? I didn't know how much money she made. I just knew she closed the deal, okay? And so that was 7 years ago, guys. And this is why I decided when I became a realtor that I didn't really want to become just a regular realtor. I didn't want to be just a realtor that, chase after buyers and just traditional buyers and just traditional sellers, depend on people to call me, depend on referrals. I just was not, I'm a go-getter. So I wanted to be with the people who are outside, who are fixing the houses. I enjoy that. Anybody watch HGTV here? And who love it? You be out here binge watching and seeing how you can do this and seeing how you can do that, right? Or have you driven by a neighborhood and you're like, oh my God, this house does not belong here. They need to be fined, And so I'm that person that will go around like, oh my God, they need to be fined. What's the HOA, right? And so that's how I got really introduced to, the whole real estate concept. Is just houses are all around us. So why not be in real estate? So anyways, when I decided that I was going to become a real estate agent, I knew I had to be different. Every real estate agent, there's a route for you. There's an opportunity for you. I decided that I didn't want to just be a regular agent because I was already making a lot of money, multiple six figures, without a license. And so when I came into real estate and got my license, I said, this is only to leverage. This is only to, get me up higher. This is only to expand my reach, right? Because there are certain deals you can't do without a license, okay? There's certain big deals when you're dealing with the higher numbers, like the 20 million, the 15 million, the land deals, the working with the developers, working with these top investors, you need a license. Okay, you need, because it's now percentages instead of just an assignment. So now, do the calculation for me. If you closing a deal, right, that's $15 million, what is 3% of 15 million?
A lot of
money, right? And so listen, how much is that? $450,000, okay? So I like the sound of that. So I said, wait, why don't you, get your license? Because I've had people try to make me get my license. I'm like, I don't want no license. I'm making multiple six figures. I'm making six figures. Why do I need a license? And then something said, I know it was God. God said, think bigger. And I was like, I don't want a license. And then God said, think bigger. And then I said, okay, it's all about your mindset. And that's why I started with mindset. Because if my friend called me and I didn't believe that, I didn't believe him and I didn't believe in myself, I wouldn't have went to that meeting. I would have lost the opportunity. I would have been like most people that after 10 years, the people that heard about Bitcoin when Bitcoin was, I don't know, $400. And now Bitcoin, it's like you can't even buy a Bitcoin.
I didn't remember when it was 35,000. It was lower, but that's when I started recognizing.
Right, 35,000. That was maybe 2020. Yeah, 2020. Because I was in network marketing, and I had some business partners of mine that owned 20 Bitcoins, right? And so it was 35. Now it's what, 60?
No, about 90 years.
90.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. So I don't want to be.
It had got as high as just recently to 104.
Wow. And that was only what, 5 years ago?
4.5.
About 4.5, 5 years ago. So in about 4.5, 5 years ago, a lot has changed because 4.5, 5 years ago, properties in Miami Gardens was selling for. I was getting properties for $160,000. Now Miami Gardens, they're selling properties now. My investors are buying properties now in Miami Gardens for $350,000 all the way up to $450,000.
Even higher.
And these are not properties that are fixed up. We're talking about it needs an investor to come in and buy it. And so that goes to show you that in 2019, I was selling the same properties for 160, 180, probably the most, right? And now in 2025, these properties are going for 450,000 as is. So what does that tell you? It doesn't matter if the market go up, investors are still investing. They're still going to invest. When I took a slight break from real estate, and then when I came back, I realized, I said, oh my God, the prices are higher. Are these people are still buying? And the truth is, they're still buying. There are more investors in the market now than there were back then. So what does that tell you? There's an opportunity to work with investors. There's an opportunity to get your foot in the door. There's an opportunity for you to learn more. So now when you get to these investors, when you meet these investors and you go into these events, you're able to know what you're talking about, and you're able to have something to bring to the table, and now you're able to become a person, a realtor that is not just a typical realtor, but a realtor with an investor mindset and that thinks like an investor. Okay? So I just wanted to start with that, and because that is truly, truly important. So as I went over, this is a part of my story, guys. How I increased my income by partnering up with investors. Like I said, I started with investors first, and I'm happy I did, because it made so much sense. Now that I'm here, not only am I a great asset to investors, but I'm an even more bigger asset to traditional buyers and sellers, because I know what's going on. For real. You know? I'm in the houses. I see them how they looked before, and I see them now. So it's like, I know I'm not someone that's just like, I just got my license a year ago. No, I'm someone that have expertise in this field, right? Whether it's the as-is properties or whether the properties that are already fixed up. You know, I'm able to say, walk in and see if the investor did a good job or not. I'm able to say, oh, they did a really good job, or this it's worth it. And I'm able to also say, we're going to have to get a reduction for this. Okay? So, now, my first deal, guys. I closed my first deal with an investor after 6 months. Okay? 6 months of getting started, I closed my first deal. And it took 6 months because, honestly, I wasn't focused. So, if you lack focus, if you lack discipline, if you have so many distractions around you, and you do not have a goal, right? And you do not create a system, you're not gonna close those deals. You're not gonna get there. It's just not gonna happen for you. I went to Colombia, and I was like, I'm gonna go to Colombia, and then I'm coming back and I'm gonna go hard. I went to Colombia, had a good time for my birthday. As soon as I stepped down, nobody heard from me for 30 days. I didn't talk to friends. I didn't talk to people. Nobody heard from me. I did the same thing every day. Even when I didn't have a contract, I did the same thing. Even when I didn't close a deal yet, I did the same thing. Okay? Until that one day, all you need is one. All you need is one. That one day, after 6 months, and after I decided to get focused, within 30 days of me deciding to get focused, I closed my first deal. So what really should have took me 30 days took me 6 months. So what's taking you longer than it has to? What is taking you longer than it has to take you? What are you wasting so much time on? Right?
That's good.
So the purchase price was $82,000. Profit was $14,000.
Nice.
All right. This deal right here, it was listed on the MLS. I was able to renegotiate. I had a partner. I had like a coach at the time. It was my first deal. I needed a coach, and I was able to. You need a coach. If you don't think you need a coach, I still need a coach where I'm at, because where I'm at is not where I'm staying. You know, so if I can't get a coach that didn't do no deals, I need a coach that is at a level I'm trying to get to. And the truth is, the higher I go, the higher the coach will be, right? So right now, I'm in the level where multi-million-dollar coaches, right? Multi-millionaires in this space. So you may be at a place where you're like, you know what, I want to hit 6 figures. I want to hit multiple 6 figures. Then you get you a coach at that level, right? But then you also know, okay, is my coach growing? Because I'm always growing. Always. So got this deal from the MLS, and I renegotiated with my coach. And I listened, and I did everything she told me to do. I was coachable. You know what the coachable is, you know, right? We did network marketing. And so I was coachable, and I duplicated everything she said to do. And we was able to renegotiate the deal. They wanted $125 for the property. We was able to get it for, about 70, like a little bit lower. But this is what we sold it. We sold this to an investor, and we made $14,000 profit. That is when I said, I saw the check in my hand, I said, okay. Okay, no problem. I'm like, why didn't you tell us this in college?
Right.
Why didn't you tell us this? Tell me, I got a 4-year degree. I have a master's degree from FIU. I have a degree from, I have a bachelor's degree from, what's the school I went to, Lord, please forgive me. Florida Memorial University, right? Florida Memorial. And I have a bachelor's, a master's degree from FIU, right? That I paid so much money for. And you telling me that you guys didn't tell me about this? You guys didn't tell me that we're able to create wealth in real estate. You guys didn't tell me about working with investors. You guys didn't tell me about that before I got all those student loans. But we're going to talk about that later. Okay?
Unnecessary debt.
Right? So, but it was a process. Now, I help holiday builders. You guys heard, you guys know that there's a lot of new construction going on right now. So there's a lot of new homes being built, okay? Because the truth is, a lot of people, they want newer homes. They want new homes. They want newer homes. And, these builders are building. So I was able to sell about 30 plus off-market land deals in 2022, between 2022 and 2024, with an assignment of $220,000. Okay? And so when I saw that not only were traditional investors, like someone who comes in and fix and flip the property, needed properties, right, were my clients, now I'm going to builders, right? National builders. Now I'm working with developers that's building big projects that want at least 1,000 land to build 1,000 units plus. Now I'm working with luxury developers who are looking for land, and that's costing about $1 million to build a multi-million-dollar home. So my buyers are spread out. I'm working with traditional buyers as well. Okay, so now I also help probate attorney just recently sell off-market land. His property was like everywhere, running around the street or whatever. I seen it on every investor list, and I was like, this property is too high. I already knew it was too high. I said, it's not gonna sell. It passed one person, two. When it got to me, that was it. We sold the property. I got the property sold, and the assignment was the price was $210, and the assignment was $20,000. Okay, assignment. I'm gonna explain to you guys what assignment means in a minute. Then I said, okay, it's okay if I can make some money, right? Working with investors, it's okay. I know how to find off-market deals. It's good, right? But sometimes it gets to the point where it's like, it's not that fun when you're the only one doing it. And so I said, you know what? If I can help somebody do it, I know I'm good. You're not good until you can help other people do it.
Right. Bam, that's right. Say that again.
You're not good. You're not good. You're not that good. You think you're good, but if you're the only one that know how to do it, if you're the only one that can understand the system, you're not that good. You're gonna have to try again. You're not that good. Try again. Sorry to tell you. And so I knew that I needed to help someone else do it. because it was more gratifying to me. Okay? And so I said, all right. This guy called me from Instagram. He's like, hey, I'm closing a real estate deal. He was a realtor. He said, I'm closing a real estate deal, and I want to, pay you, right, to mentor me and to help me close my first deal. And so I was like, okay. And so we went through a process. Because Mindset had him read some books like Think and Grow Rich. If you guys haven't read that book, that's a good book. Besides the Bible, okay, the Bible is first. All right, the Bible is first. Okay, the God that gives us the ability to create wealth. Okay, that's what the Bible says. That's not what I say.
That's right.
That's not what I say.
You didn't make it up.
I didn't make this up. Go to the Bible. Matter of fact, go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT. The Bible says that God is the one that gave us the ability to create wealth, and that if He's not in it, that it will fail.
My God, Jesus.
Okay? So go to the Bible and matter of fact, go to ChatGPT. Let that be your sidekick for the rest of 2025. All right?
Amen.
So I said to myself, I said, look, let me, all right, Brandon, that's fine. I'll mentor you. And so I was able to mentor him, and he kept calling this, it was an expired listing. Right? Expired listing. He kept calling it expired listing, and finally, the probate was done, and he was ready to sell. And so Brandon calls me. He said, the guy called me. He's ready. I was like, oh, good. Let's go. I'm like, let's go meet him. Right? You know, when you started, you don't know what to do. You kind of like, oh my God, very nervous and this and that. And that's why you got to bring a experienced person. It's not that you're not good, right? It's that you need to borrow somebody else's belief. You need to borrow somebody else's confidence. Okay? You need to borrow somebody else's belief and confidence in order for you to be able to get to the next level, right?
I'm going to give you credit the first time, but the second time it's from me. Borrow someone else's belief. My God.
Yes, borrow someone else's belief. Okay? So if you already done it, if you tell me to do A, I'm not going to have nothing else to say because you done it. I didn't do it. I don't know it. I'm coming in as a student. I don't care how much money I've made. I'm coming in as a student. Okay? You always want to be a student of the game. Always stay in a student place. All right? So anyways, I said, okay, come on, Brandon, let's go. Don't worry about it. We got this. I show up. How you doing, sir? You know, we talking to the guy. We speaking. Okay. He's negotiating. He's like, okay, can you do this? I've already ran my numbers. I've already done the comps. I already know like how much I can pay him, how much my investors will want to buy the property for, right? And so I was able to come to him already prepared and ready. And we negotiated on a deal. He agreed. We sent the contract to his attorney. He signed the contract through his attorney. And then once we did that, we're locked in. I don't think Brandon really, he was antsy. He was calling me like, I don't know, I haven't got the contract yet. I'm about to call him right now. I'm like, wait, you about to mess up the deal. God, please tell him, please. God. I said, Brandon, you need to relax. Everything's gonna work out. Mind you, as he's panicking, the contract is already in the email. As he's panicking, the seller already sent him the contract, signed, sealed. And so I said, check your email. He's like, oh my God, it's here. And I'm like, see, you was panicking. You was about to call and do please. Sometimes we mess up our own blessings.
But what if he didn't have anybody to work with?
Right.
Mentor him and bring him home.
Right.
That deal probably would have been canceled at some point.
Yeah.
Even though he had the contract in, it probably at some point because he didn't have anybody else's expertise to follow him.
Yeah. And you don't know what he could have said to the guy to make him feel like, wait a minute, like, am I choosing the right person?
Right.
Because people only do business with who they like, trust, okay? They only do business with these type of people. If they don't like you and they don't trust you, they're not doing business with you. That's it. They don't like you, trust you. They're not. And because here's the thing. Here's how I know. Most people that are real estate agents think that it's me. I'm the issue. I have I have a real estate license, but I'm the issue. No, I had no real estate license, and I still was closing deals. So it's not your experience. I was able to close my first deal with no experience, nothing in real estate. I didn't even want to sell real estate. I told God I don't want to sell nothing no more, please. I'm done selling. And he was like, haha, here you go. You think you're going to go be a police? You think you're going to be out here with your little squat car pulling people over? Open up, And he was like laughing at me like, no, I need you over here. Okay? So, Brandon was able to close within 30 days again. 30 days. Okay, 30 days. Was able to close his first 5-figure deal, assignment fee of $32,000. Listen, when when I saw that not only can I close deals off market, working with investors, that I was able to help another realtor close deals off market, I was like, okay, game time. Let's go.
It's on.
It's on. I'm like, you know what, devil? You lost, okay? All right? So, why realtors should work with investors? So, I'm going to stand right here and give me a little, let me get the green one. I know I'll be trying to coordinate. Okay, why realtors should work with investors. Number one, investors buy 10 times more properties than one traditional buyer. And they have access to cash quicker and sooner. That's number one. Right? Most of the time, like right now, I sold a condo to a client of mine. It was actually a mentee of mine. Her mother and father were looking for a home. Their home previously was foreclosed, and they were able to sell it to an investor. I'm like, why didn't you call me? She's like, I was not thinking. I'm like, all right, well, I'm glad you're thinking now. And so, I'm glad you're thinking now, girl. Right, you didn't call me. Right. And so, mind you, I met her on Instagram. So a lot of you guys are not using your social media, and you're just thinking, you found me on Instagram now. You just thinking this is just for likes and this and that. No, I've made over $400,000 to $500,000 on social media.
Wow.
Okay, 2 different types of businesses, so I know it works. Whatever you're selling is gonna work. Whatever your service is gonna work. But the question is, are you working it? Okay. So, another thing is, note takers are the best. Like, you only retain 10% of what you hear, 35% of what you write, and after that, you go over it, you remember it more, right? And so, wherever I went, trainings, I always had a notebook. I have so many notebooks, I don't know, sometimes I'm like, oh God, this notebook.
But you said something powerful, and for me, when I go to training, I never like to use it as I believe that I have to get something out of it, because I didn't come here just to waste my time. And so I not only take notes, I go back and I execute. Some note takers just have a bunch of notes and they do nothing with them. But I execute, and even when I can't execute, I go and share it with someone else.
Yes.
You all over, anybody who know me probably know you. You understand? Because it's the relationship and me getting something out of it, even just the time that you've been with us on the show.
Thank you for sharing that, because it's true. I've been in rooms where the speaker, the person that has done it has said, this is what I did. I did A, B, C, D. And I sat right there. I heard it. I sat right there, grabbed my phone. I was on Canva, writing up some drawing, being creative. Boom, 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 boom. Da, 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 da. Posted on social media. And it worked. I was like, wow. Money likes speed. Okay? One thing I'm going to tell you guys. Money likes speed. Money likes speed. Money likes confidence. Money likes, your belief. Like, money likes that. I hear people say, I saw a social media said something about I'm in Delulu land or something like that. Basically saying they delusional. No. I'm never delusional.
Right.
I'm never delusional. I have faith. That's it. I have faith. It's not delusional, because when you look at delusional, that's not a positive word. Okay.
Right.
So running around, and it's a trend now. Everybody's saying I'm delulu, whatever. I'm not delulu.
It's cute.
Okay. I am walking by faith and not by sight. That's it. That's it. And so, when I tell you guys buyers buy homes 10 times more, it's the truth. I've had repeated buyers. The first investor that purchased that property from me, I sold them a duplex in Miami Gardens again. Okay, a nice duplex in Miami Gardens. When you have buyers, you're able to send a message, send a text, hey, I have this. Hey, I have that. Instead of you just depending, trust me, I love the MLS, but depending on the MLS to just sell the property. Okay, because most realtors, mostly what they do, and I'm gonna say they, like I'm not with y'all, I'm with y'all too, but you know what most realtors do is just list the property, and they're like, okay, well somebody's gonna come to me. You did all that work to call the client, you did all that work to tell the client what you're gonna do, and you didn't even do it. You just listed it, and now you think that, okay, somebody gonna come to me, I got good listing now, somebody gonna come to me. No, you need to work to get this property sold. Like when I say work, you need to work, right? That means that the property shouldn't be on the market for months over time. Because as it gets stale on the market, investors are looking at it like, no, that's stale. It's stale. Why would I want that? I want off-market deals. I want deals that's not stale. I want some hot deals. I want some deals I got to jump on right now. I got to send the wire today. Listen, investors are sending wires before they even sign contracts. They're sending wires. They fighting to send wires. Investors are fighting to send wires. If you don't send a wire by noon today, it's gone. That's it. You're like, hold on, wait. I'm calling my lawyer right now. I'm calling my lawyer right now. Hey, I'm sorry, but this is a hot deal. This is not the MLS. You know? So, 1 out of 3 homes were purchased by an investor in 2024. So 1 out of 3 homes were purchased by investors. So, what kind of deals investors buy? That's what we need to know. Okay? Investors are buying deals that they can make money on. Yes, they want to make money. Right? When you list a property and you work for the client, you're gonna serve the client, but the end goal is also for you to make money. Right? We're not doing it for free. If that's the case, then we would say we're doing it for free. So I don't want realtors. So when investors come, this is how realtors think in their mind. They're just trying to make money. Yeah. I'm trying to make money. Who's trying to make money in here? Raise your hand.
Raise both hands.
Raise both hands. Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
And your feet.
That's right. I was about to say that. Okay. We're trying to make money.
Right.
We got to circulate the money.
My God.
If the money not circulating, it's a problem.
My God.
Okay? God is a God of movement. He's a God of forwardness. He's not a God of backwardness. Okay? One person that in the Bible that God told us, remember Lot's wife. Why? Because she looked back. She looked back and she turned into a pillar of salt. He's not trying to take you backwards. So if you see you going backwards, you need to say, oh, hold on. Pump the brakes. Stop. What do I need to do? How do I need to reposition my business? Do I need to set goals? What can I get into? What can I learn? What classes can I take? What can I pay for? Who can I pay to teach me this? Right? So, traditional buyers may purchase between 7 to 10 years after their first purchase. Like my clients, they're not about to purchase right now. this is their last purchase because they went from a home, right, in Moorgate. Now they're at a 55 plus community. This is where they're gonna be at for a very long time, okay? Until God calls them home. All right. Now they're not gonna buy again. How many of you are like you closed deals before, right? All right. Not yet. Okay, not yet. I would say
Soon,
not yet.
Soon.
Not yet. I would say not yet
Right.
because I'm not saying no, because no is a no, right? I'm saying not yet. When you tell your kids not yet, they're like, okay, now, and I'm like, not yet. I said not yet. Well, if you tell them 1 minute, they're gonna. If you said 1 second, my son will tell me you said 1 second. We'll be like 1 second is done. I'm like, all right, 1 minute, man. 1 minute, 1 minute, cause no.
And they're timing you.
Right.
Again.
So, and just like us, we're timing it too. So you probably been a realtor for how long? You probably feel like, man, I'm only making a certain amount of money. We're timing it. Okay. So when you guys close the deal, Dr. Karen, you've been in real estate for a while. So how many clients would you say buy, let's just say 3 properties a year from you? Like that's not an investor, traditional
client.
Yes.
I don't think I've had it. Maybe if I had to say out of 24 years, maybe about 3, if that.
Right. That went from home to home to home.
No. You said without investors.
No investors.
No investors. No, none.
None.
24 years.
24 years, zero. Because the traditional buyer, if I buy my home, they're standing there. People are staying in their houses for 30-something years, okay? Their houses are paid off. They're like, I don't know where you want me to go, right? So that just goes to tell you. It's not to say don't work with them. No, work with them. Get them the property and help them to, maximize on the deal, and then also teach them that this property is an investment too,
I was gonna say, still work with them because your investors, once they sell, you can sell that to your regular home buyers as well. So you can
do so many things. You can turn it over.
No, for sure. So I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one, and it's okay. It's all right, because hate is really love. Right. So 3% is not all you're worth, y'all. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want to become a realtor at first. I was like, 3%. I'm making 20 grand, 30 grand. My biggest deal thus far, because it's not it, was 50,000 on one single transaction in Miami Gardens. And I said, 3%. I calculated that. I said, nah, y'all can have that. I said, y'all can have that. I said, y'all can have it. And this is how much I was like, y'all can have it. I had a short sale I was doing. I could have been like, oh, I'm gonna go get my real estate license. I'm like, let me call my realtor friend. Hey, realtor friend, can you come and list this short sale for me? I just need you to list it for me, right? I'll pay you, right, 3%, and I'll make what I need to do, right? Let me work the deal, and then I'll pay you 3%. All she had to do was just list the property. I did everything, contracts, everything, right? So you worth more than 3%, guys. So I want the 3%, but I also want the assignment. I want the 3% from the smaller deals. That's fine. We work with anybody. If somebody comes to me right now and give you $1, you gonna say no? You're gonna be like, let me get this $1. Okay, thank you. Okay. If somebody give you take it, right? If they give me $1. Somebody give you $100. You gonna be like, oh, thank you. Like, we going out to eat, like, kids.
You playing it,
right? If somebody give you $1,000, you gonna be like, thank you, like, thank you for real. Like, if somebody give you $10,000, thank you, right? So don't just focus on the 3%. Focus on creating more income. Focus on working with these investors and learning how to get assignment fees, learning how to also get assignment fee and then list the property as well and get the 3% too. That's 2 checks. And then now you make sure you do a great job. Make sure you do a great job. Sell the property. You work to sell the property, right? And then they're gonna be like, oh, I'm coming to what's your name again?
Lawrence.
I'm coming to Lawrence. Like, nah, I already got a realtor that's about to list my properties for me. Yeah, Lawrence, find me the next one, Lawrence. I need you, Lawrence, matter of fact, I'm looking for 10 properties this year. Find me 10 properties. Cash, off market. Lawrence, you're gonna be busy. Because I'm looking for 10 properties for my investor, one investor. Then I met another one, now I'm looking for 10 properties for him too. So you see how that one turned into 10? Instead of you going singular, now I'm going to deal with my traditional buyers. I'm going to help you buy your house, sell your house, but I'm also work with my investors. Okay? Both are important because investors need the buyers that's going to come in and buy the house. They need them. Both are very important. So there's no way you should be singularly focused on just traditional sales only. And then you're like ignoring their investors. I see people all the time. Investors are email them. They're like, I don't want to deal with these investors. These investors, what? You pushing away money. You're saying no to opportunity. Opportunity is knocking, and you're saying no.
You ever worked with a subject to deal?
I haven't worked with subject to deals, and the reason why subject to, there are people that want to do it, but more people just want to get out. They don't want to hold on, and it's certain situations that happen, right? Like let's just say there's like the mortgage is very low, the interest rate is low, and the people want to stay in a house. Then that's another option. You know what I mean? So it's like it's all about creating options for your clients, not just knowing one option to sell or to buy. So knowing about it and educating yourself about it makes you a step higher than the rest of the realtors that don't know about it, that shy from it, that shun it. Knowing how to wholesale puts you at a different level and an advantage than another realtor that don't know about it, that shy from it, that are mad at the wholesalers because we making more money than y'all. Right. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate them. I'm like, girl, teach me what you do.
Put me in the game.
What you doing? Put me in the game, right? Pass the ball.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, pass the ball.
That's
Okay,
right.
So that's what I say to that. Like subject to is good. It's a different product for a different type of person. So every product is not based for everybody. Because sometimes you'll go to a homeowner and they're like, but I don't want to sell. But I'm in this situation. And then as a realtor, you don't have the expertise, you don't have the knowledge. So now you can't help them. All you can help them is to sell. That's all they teach you to do is to sell and help them buy. That's the two things they teach. Am I wrong? Am I right?
Right.
You're right. You're right.
That's it. They don't teach you everything else because that's taught during, like with investors. Investors are doing that.
Yeah.
I want to be both. I want to be the realtor and the investor. Okay, and I'm going to think like an investor more than I think like a realtor. But I do like think like a realtor because you know those regulations are there. You know, when you get that license, it's the police be right there. They be ready to tell you, I'm gonna write you up. Nowadays, I'm like, just write me up, man. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Stop threatening me. Don't threaten me.
Right,
Just
right.
do what you gotta do. Okay? I'll do it. I'll deal with it later. Okay? But don't get rolled up, y'all. Please. Do not do anything illegal. Okay? Call somebody first. All right? Always seek counsel. All right. Realtors lose 33% of deals by not working with investors who desire off-market properties. My investors are like, I don't want nothing on the market.
And here's another thing too that, and this is tough love. I'm giving tough love straight in 2025. Love me, do whatever, because it's really time for a wake-up call for real estate professionals.
Right.
Is that realtors like to do easy work. They like slam dunk. And when it's not slam dunk, then they're ready to pull out or they think that it cannot work. Sometimes you have to do the extra work. And it's not really extra work, it's really just doing your job. And we don't want to do that.
Wow. She said it, not me. She said it, not me, guys. She said, do your job. do your job. And when I get paid for my investors, right? Because on these deals, the sellers don't pay our commission, right? The sellers don't pay my commission or my assignment fee. The buyer does, right? So when I do that, I'm working. I'm going to the city.
That's right.
If they have liens,
That's
I'm figuring
right.
out what can I do. If they have violations, I'm calling the inspector. What do we need to do? We need to mow the grass. I'm calling the seller's attorney. Hey, I need you to mow the grass today.
That's right. That's right.
I need you to mow this grass
That's
today. I'm calling the inspector back. Hey, the grass is mowed. Here's the pictures. Oh, it wasn't registered. The land has to be registered. Just let you guys know, the land has to be registered as a vacant land, even if the house was torn down, and you will get a violation for that.
Yes, you will.
And I'm like, really? I'm like, all right, just go and do that real quick, okay? And so you have to be willing to do the work. You gotta be willing to go down to the city and get familiar. Like, I didn't know nobody was holding my hand. I just went there. I Googled, or I called a friend of mine or whoever's in the business, like, hey, I got this problem. What can I do? Hey, go to the city, go to the 3rd floor, go to here. Like, I was in this, like, probably this last deal, the land deal, I was in the city like 3 times a week. Like, unsafe structures, when they see me, they was like, oh my God, there she go again. Yup, there I go. Because you guys, I need to close this deal. We need to close this deal. We're not waiting. Okay?
That's good.
So be willing to do the extra work. Be willing to find out what's going on with the property. Sometimes it's an easy fix. Just a grass, mow it, that's it. And sometimes you're going to have investors that's going to buy the property with whatever's going on. But you got to have those type of investors too, because some investors, they don't want to buy it with no liens. They don't want to deal with the city at all. So you got to know your investors. So working with off-market properties have been the key for me. Investors will buy properties on the market too. But if it's overpriced, most likely it's always overpriced on the market. What's going to happen is they're going to want a reduction. Yes, they're going to want a reduction because it's overpriced. They're never going to give you, most of the time, unless it's like a really, really specific neighborhood, and you're going to have that needle in a haystack investor that would just pay whatever. Like, okay, I want it because of whatever, right? But most of the times, these type of situations, these type of off-market situations, these sellers, they want to sell. They're ready to sell. They don't have 90 days to wait to sign a contract with nobody. To sign a listing agreement. They don't have 90 days. They're like, when you need to move, in 30 days or less. Foreclosure, auction date. You don't have 90 days for that. You know, you don't. So, number 6, investors are still buying when traditional buyers are waiting for interest rates to drop. They're still buying. A lot of people are waiting for interest rates to drop. I don't, honestly, this is my prediction. It's gonna drop, but guys, it's never gonna be like 2020. It's never gonna be like 2021. It's not, but we're not moving backwards. If that's the case, home prices should go down too, and it's not. The same house that was selling for $160,000 in Miami Gardens is selling for $300,000, $400,000 now. It's not going back. It's not. We will have a whole strike out here. We're gonna have people outside their homes like, no, we're not having it. No, it's not going back down. So what does that mean? That means that if you don't have a lot of buyers, right? You need to find a way to work with investors, the other buyers. There's several different types of buyers, and then now see what are you looking for? Oh, I'm looking for, I only buy in this area. I only buy Miami Gardens. I only buy 3 2s. So now what do you do as a realtor? You don't go try to call everybody. You go call who they want. You want Miami Gardens? Let me call Miami Gardens. Like, hey, You see the properties, you see how they look, you see what's going on, you call. You call directly, right? If you want gas, you don't go to Publix. You go to the gas station,
That's good.
right? If you want to go get your hair done, you don't go to AutoZone. Okay? You go to Salon Suites, okay?
That's right.
If you want, Chick-fil-A, you don't go to Burger King. It's two different. No. I'm going to Chick-fil-A. Sorry. I'm going to take that drive to Chick-fil-A. Okay, so that's how investors are. So when you guys send them stuff that's not where they even ask or what they want, they're looking at you like, she doesn't know what she's doing. She don't know what she's doing. If investors are not calling you like, hey, what do you have? It's a problem. They got to be calling you.
Yes,
When my investors call me, I get extra happy. I'm like, she calling me? Like, I have an investor in West Palm Beach. I sold her house and I seen her call me. Like, what do you
You're
have?
on their list. You are on their list.
Yeah, they got my number saved.
That's
Like,
right.
what do you have?
What you got?
I'm looking to. How do you think I'm gonna tell you how I met Dr. Karen. But anyways, okay. Y'all think I met her because I'm a realtor? No, I literally was working when I met Dr. Karen. I was working. I'm like, hey,
That's right.
what do you have? Okay. So the struggle. Obviously, you see, sis, she is struggling over there. She got her hair out, her natural hair. She is struggling. She's like, oh my God, I'm looking at these FISBOs. They don't want to list with me. They ask me, do I have a buyer? Right? What if you did have a buyer? Not a traditional buyer. What if you looked at their property and you're like, oh my God. No wonder they don't want to list. Right? So they know, most people are not going to buy this. But who can buy this? An investor can. Right? They said, do you have a buyer? Yeah, I have a buyer. If you have investors, you have buyers. You may not have somebody that's pre-approved and all this extra stuff, right? But you got a buyer. So all you have to do is do what? Say, okay, I have a buyer. I would like to come see the property. Right? And now when you get there, that's when the action starts. You definitely want to go and see the property and connect with the seller. All right? And then you can then talk about price there. And then you can send it to your investors like, hey, I have this, I took pictures, I have this video, they're willing to take this. What can you do? Where do you need to be at for it to make sense for you, right?
Are you able to send in offers for an investor without them viewing the properties, showing you that they have proof of income or pre-qualifications?
I'll be honest with you. And just, it's a different world. It's like night and day, okay?
Right.
In this world, in traditional world, we need everything. Your birth certificate, your social security card.
Yep.
We need, let me see your blood test. Let me see it. Let me see everything, okay? We need it all. We need proof of funds. We need all of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then on the other side, when we're dealing off market, honestly, it's a little bit different.
Right.
Because it's so fast
It's so fast.
that they're putting the wire same day they signed a contract. Like literally, they're putting the wire down. They're closing sometimes 7 to 15 days. They're using hard money or they're using their own cash. So it's definitely different. But I would say it's a word or it's a saying, use your, it's discretion, basically. Use your discernment.
So I'm going to add up her too.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things about real estate is that if she says something and I say something, it's not about who's right or wrong. It's our perspective. And I'm in agreement with her. And when you just don't know, I just send that offer over and let them come back and tell me. And a lot of times you'll have a relationship with your investor, so you may already have a proof of fund that it may be an old one or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you can always, at the end of the day, just go for it. then again, let them come. Because investors sometimes, they're so busy, right? They're so busy that they may not have a chance to get it, but you want to put it out there. So you can do it either way, but at the end of the day, you use your discretion and what's your best practice.
Yep.
As long as it's legal and you're in guidelines and compliance.
Yep. Yeah. Like, because I'll talk to somebody and I'll say, well, they're asking for proof of funds. I'm like, man, this is an investment. What do you mean? This is proof of funds. Like, what?
You see? She knows it. She understands the market,
I'm like, I know. They're asking for proof of funds. I know. And they're like, proof of funds? Like, they're out of here. Like, that's how they think,
That's right.
Because they're so busy that they're working. Like, I had a deal where the girl called me and she said, hey, it's another rule. She called me, she said, hey, I have this deal off market. Do you have any buyers? So I sent it out to my buyers and we got somebody. And then I call her. I'm like, hey, okay, my buyer's gonna, send me the assignment, send me everything. My buyer's gonna, sign it. And so I got the assignment back to her, and then she was like, oh, we got another buyer. I'm like, what? I'm like, send the wire right now. Like, and then my other partner is like, I keep calling him, but he's off the phone. Oh no, that's I know what that is. Dr. Karen be really making sure she don't be on IG like that all day. That's me too. My phone does the same thing. That's how I know what that is. Yeah, because IG will have you, social media will have you scrolling when you got work to do.
That's
okay?
Right. That's right.
So anyways, took me off. So what was I talking about?
You were talking about investors about the proof of funds and they don't have time and they move fast.
Okay, so yeah, I'm back.
Send the wire.
I'm back. So I'm like, send the wire. I remember this day. I'm outside of Starbucks. I'm over here on Sunny Isles. I still remember. And I'm like, she's like, oh, well, we have another buyer. I'm like, do not take that contract. I said, my buyer's sending that wire right now. Okay? She's like, oh, well, they already signed whatever. And I'm like, I'm over here on the other phone like, hey, Luigi, get this done right now. I know, but the buyer's out in the field. They're working. These investors are working. They're not sitting in offices.
That's powerful. She has enough knowledge, and the average realtor, I'm telling you, would never say right now, when they say, I have a buyer, they shut it down. She said, send the wire now. Give up.
Because there's no money, there's no contract.
Right.
So I don't care what you're signing. If there's no wire, there's no contract. That's how we think.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So when you do come, when you come into the realtors that are asking for proof of funds, what do? Do your investors send over the proof of funds, or do you just back out of the deal?
No, my investors, I'll say, hey, just send me some proof of funds. Like I've had investors send me their whole bank account statements, like literally. And for me, I don't really, I've never really asked investors like send me proof of funds. You know what I mean? I'm gonna see if your money clears at closing, okay? Because they can send you proof of funds and their money don't clear.
Exactly.
Because I've had a deal like that where some of the proof of funds, they put down the deposit, everything was good. At closing, title company is saying they don't have money to do this. I'm like, what? I'm like, what am I going to tell my sellers? You know what I mean? Now I'm not worried about you no more because I'm going to keep your deposit now. Right? I'm like, what am I going to do with my sellers? Call my sellers like, hey, so we got a relationship with sellers. Hey, I'm going to need a couple more days. No problem. Then I went back to plan B. Okay, what's the deal? Okay, I know what to do. All right. Because it's always another way. I put out a sign within maybe an hour. investors at the property, like pulling out his computer at the back of his truck like this. And I'm gonna send you the wire. I'm gonna send you the contract right now. We want this right now. And they paid more than what the other person was basically offering me. Not only that, they canceled. I got to keep their deposit, and now I got somebody that paid more. And he pulling out his. I'm like, he's pulling out his laptop on top of the hood just like this. I call my title company like, hey, you know this investor? Yeah, he's good. Oh yeah, he's good. That's it. The title companies know them too. Yes.
You said he kept the deposit, so the same rules apply in real estate deals as far as investment deals, like contractor terms?
Yes. Our terms are a little bit more stricter. Investment contracts are more stricter, right? So there is no inspection period. Go see the property. That's your inspection. You may get an inspection. If you know me, I know you. I may give you like 3 days, 2 days, or whatever, right? But we're not giving all them days. It's a different type of situation, right? It's different. They usually go and they see it and stuff like that. You know, usually those deals are really good. So when they see the numbers, they don't need to. It's the numbers that need to work. It's not, oh, there's a school across the street. There's a garden in the front. They don't care about that. Does the numbers work? Can I make money from this? Right? Is this gonna sell? Like, investors think different. So the struggle, guys. Lack of lead generation, inconsistent income, limited understanding of investments, not leveraging off-market deals. That's a big one. Because investors want off-market deals. They'll tell you, please don't send me nothing that's on the market because I can look it up myself. A lot of them have a real estate license, I'll be honest.
That's right.
Or they got somebody else that's a realtor that has a real estate license. Right? That they'll do all that work for them, and then later on they'll list it for them for 3%. No, I want all of it. I want the beginning and the end. Okay? I just don't want to list it for 3%. I do need my listings because I need to show, yes, Chardeline sold this house, that house. You know, because off market is different. You know? So, failure to adapt to market changes, weak negotiating skills, ignoring investors, and limited understanding of how to basically do comparables for investors. How they do comparables. So a lot of people ignore investors, or they'll, like I know certain people that sell like luxury. They'll say, I said, you don't ever get investors? Yeah, I always get people asking me, do I have any flips? But I don't know. Oh, okay, call me then. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna call you. When they call me, when they send me a message, I'm gonna send it to you. Great. Yeah.
How do you comp off-market properties? Like off-market property, how do you comp? Do the comparables?
And you know something? You know, y'all can't report me now because I'm already a realtor, but before I was even a realtor, I knew how to work the MLS. I knew how to comp a property before I was even a realtor. I know how to go to IMAP, put in the address, and see what it says, because what it is could be, it's not what it says. What it is to show you it's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, and it's like, wait a minute, it says 2-1. Where did you get the 5 from? Okay, this is what investors don't go by what it is. They go by what it says on property record. Because now they're gonna have to be the ones to bring that up to code. So when realtors are selling property, they're like, well, it's a 4-3, but the county says it's a 2-1. What did y'all get? Was this done with a permit? Oh no, this was not done with a permit. Oh, okay. So I can't buy it as a 4-3. I gotta buy it as a 2-1. What are the 2-1s going for? Now, in order for me to bring it to the 4.3, I'm gonna have to have an architect come out. That's more money now. I'm gonna have to go to the city and draw up plans. That's more money. I'm gonna have to pray gets approved. That's more money. So you gotta think like more so investor instead of like, you know. So, comping the property basically, you know, there's MLS. I use the IMAP. That's what I use. I'm being honest. And I learned this from an investor. I learned how to comp from an investor that was using the MLS as well.
But how did you access the MLS without when you were in a realtor?
I didn't need to. I knew somebody.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah, so
You know, you use the login.
I knew somebody, and then they added me. They got somebody as like an assistant or something like that.
An assistant,
Yeah.
you can,
Yeah.
and that's how she did.
But I did know somebody.
My
I'm not gonna
assistant,
tell
yes.
y'all who I knew. I didn't know
She was an assistant.
some person, you know, but I was assisting myself, okay? Because she didn't have time to do all. She was running her own business, you know. So I use IMAP, and then later on, another investor of mine that I sold properties to showed me how to use Matrix. So I use both. I may go to IMAP and see some things, and then I'm like, okay, this look okay. Then I'll go to Matrix, and then I'll really see what it is. Because the investors like, how am I gonna? They'll send me. I wish I could show you guys on my phone. Send me a screenshot. Like, how am I gonna make money from this Chardeline? I'm like, I don't know. Figure it out. Okay. Especially those investors that, like, they want to make a profit. Like, they're not buying it. There's investors that are not buying it if it's not a certain type of profit. You're going to have different type of investors. Okay? Some that are okay with making 30, 40, 50,000. Some that are like, no, I need 90 to 100 net. Different type of investors. But I serve them all. But the cheap ones, I'm like, nah, you're going to have to go somewhere else. I barely send them things. I saw one the other day at a RIA. We're gonna talk about RIA in a minute. And I'm like, he said something to me. I said, oh, you always lowballing. Now I get it, realtors. I do. There's some lowballers out there. They be below the belt. And I'm like, no, you always low. I'm not sending you nothing. Like, what? How am I supposed to make money, Chardeline? You know, I need your buyers because your buyers are buying. I'm like, no, you just need to stop lowballing. Okay? Like, come on, really. You know, sometimes they can get greedy. There are some greedy ones out there, for sure. But not all of them. So men lie. Hopefully y'all not lying no more. Women lie.
Highly impossible. Lord, be alive, boy.
Men lie. Women lie. Now women. Okay, stop lying, okay? Women will lie with a straight face. Okay? Listen, they're least likely to get caught, okay? Just tell you, they got caught. They probably, it was a group or something, okay? So, because women, we have something that God put in us that,
That's right.
you know, we can feel it. We could be like, ooh.
Yeah.
We about to go down today. Nah, God, please forgive me, God. I'm done today. So, numbers don't lie. And that's why investors only focus on the numbers. Show me the numbers. Show me how I can make money from this. Don't just say, oh, it's a property for sale. Show me how I can make money from it. That's why they want to know the cap rate. Okay? They want to know how much money, what's the percentage I'm going to be getting back. Right? They're not here to just put money. If you're investing in Bitcoin, you're not here to put money in Bitcoin and you're making the same type of money every day. You expect a growth, an increase.
That's good.
Right? Everyone wants an increase in their bank accounts. Because I do. See? Okay? I want an increase.
Now, head.
You know, you want to increase. Everybody do. So you're gonna have to invest something to get the increase. So they're investing their money, they're investing their time, their expertise. They're looking to get an increase. All right. The income comparison, guys, between realtors and investors are a little bit different. Okay. Realtors' income, according to the you guys is NAR. Okay, I'm part of NAR too. According to the National Association of Realtors, okay, the median gross income of realtors was $55,800 in 2023. Okay, and if you're making this money in 2023, you make this is good money. Like, I don't know about y'all, but it seems like the six figures has taken over people, and people feel like if they don't make six figures, like they're poor. No. Let me tell you guys, you're not poor. Even though inflation have went up, but you're not poor. You still making good money. Back in the days, $55,000 was a lot of money. Okay, police, like they weren't even making $55,000 coming in. Teachers, nothing.
I'm not sure if they're making it now.
I don't think
Teachers,
they're.
but-
I don't think so. I don't think they're making it now.
Wow.
Yeah. You gotta love teaching. Okay.
You do.
You gotta love it. All right. So, investors' income though, the average real estate investor's salary in the U.S. is around $100K per year. Now, this is like on the low end, right? On the low end, they may be doing a little flip here and there. And when I say investor, that doesn't mean that they're 100%. This is what they do, because you're gonna have investors that are that have another profession. You know, you got police officers that invest. You got doctors that invest. There are doctors that invest, right, Dr. Karen? I think you have a doctor that invests.
Right. Absolutely.
Right? So there are people working and then taking their money and investing that into real estate.
You report that as an investor, everything that you purchase.
Yeah.
Like,
What was the
It's
question, Lawrence? I
reported.
didn't
when
hear.
investors report everything that they purchase on their investments, like
Like
tax
they-
purposes.
Say it one more time. I couldn't hear.
Does the investor report everything that they purchase for tax? Of course, you get tax benefits
Yes,
as an
tax deduction.
investor. So they have an LLC, and they use that LLC. They're not using their name
And
to buy it.
And
You
also,
actually pay
that's-
more in taxes when you don't report it, right?
You said what?
You actually end up paying more in taxes if you just like a regular
Well,
9
see,
to
if
5
it-
person.
If they don't report it, they don't know.
Because that's where I was trying to get, like a regular 9-to-5 person, and they invest on the side, like they report.
No, they're reporting it as an LLC under their LLC. They're not using their name to invest.
and that's when they have a realtor a person like Chardeline, what I call you? I always call you
Chardeline.
Chardeline, to go ahead to, first of all, as a if we're licensed, we want to be careful to stay in our lane on sharing information with them though, but let them and allow them, it's a benefit for them to definitely seek their tax attorney or their CPA to help them.
Mhm.
Now, if she wants to add, I'm always open. You can
Yeah,
add.
I mean, they're using their LLC to do these transactions.
And
They're not
some-
using their name because you can't. You're not going to use your name to invest. The
Right.
LLC is actually protected. It's a limited
Right.
liability.
And some of them use an LLC for each property.
Yes.
And then some of them use it for a few,
Multiple,
you know,
yeah.
but that's it. They may say 1, 2, 3 Main Street
Yes.
LLC.
Yes.
Okay, but, you know, they know their model.
Exactly.
And, you know, you as the profession, if she comes in and educate them, because at the end of the day, our job is to definitely provide information, and their job is to decide. And when you come in there and you know your stuff, they're gonna take you all day long over the one that you start talking and you really don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So this is beneficial. This is awesome. This is awesome.
So, I know my broker is probably like, "What? She's doing a training for them?"
Yeah, and so, and here's another thing, it's called collaboration.
Yeah.
I don't get caught up
Allure,
with, as a profession, I
Allure
don't get
Realty,
caught up
LTV.
on just coming here,
Allure.
because my job is
I
to
know,
raise
that's
the bar
what,
all over.
No, I've heard of that.
That's what Sherelle.
That's
Yes.
for sure, yeah.
Yes, sure is my broker.
Well, I hope this broker, you better get ready because she's powerful, and she can't keep it to herself. You know, she's a beast. Broker, love her and accept it, embrace it, and help her.
She definitely do.
Well, that's beautiful.
Mhm.
That's beautiful.
So, so now you got to think about it. There's teachers that could be investors. There's a lot of people that could be an investor, right? And so it's just a matter of the knowledge and also too your expertise. Now you know what you know, and then not just you know what you know as just a realtor, and not just knowing how to bring them a property, but you having connection, building connections. Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit about networking in a little bit. That's very important. Okay. So realtors working with investors, Reddit suggests that less than 5% of all realtors engage with investors, indicating a potential niche market. Recently, last week, I went to an event, and the event was called Niches and Riches. And it was probably less than 10 people in the room. But I was like, let me go. And the truth of the matter is, he was speaking about the same thing I'm teaching you guys right now. The same thing I'm teaching you guys right now, I'm showing you guys right now, he was basically teaching the same thing. And I was like, I'm on the right track. That was only confirmation, like, keep going.
Right.
You know? Because sometimes we think, oh, I know this, or I got it. No, I got in the room and I was like, it was not, it was little things that I'm like, okay. And then it was more so of, okay. Like, you know, when you have that okay moment, like, okay, you know? So 5%. So that means that there's opportunity out there. So your business, your real estate business should definitely include investors. Like I would map out the type of people I'm working with. You're gonna work with your sellers. You're gonna have your buyers if you're a buyer's agent, or you're gonna have your buyers. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I know this whole NAR situation happened, but don't shy away from buyers. Like don't be like, oh, I'm done working with buyers because now they're not gonna pay my commission. Mindset. Or I'm done working with buyers because, you know, they barely even have money. Mindset. We're speaking death and not life.
That's right.
Because I just closed with a buyer, traditional buyer. She had cash.
Mindset.
And not only did I get 2.5% from the seller side, she paid me 2.5%. So I got 5%.
That's right.
The seller's realtor, thank you guys. The seller's realtor was like, when she looked at the HUD, I thought it was my title company. I'm like, oh my God. Because you know, I come from the investment side. You know, when they see you making certain amount of money, they're like, you know, and so my title company, my processor, she says, she's like, so? She said, so, just because, she said, if your buyer want to pay you 2.5% too, what does that got to do with them?
That's right.
That's true.
So, your buyer likes you, they have the cash to pay you, they're not crabbing about it. And then and after the conversation, I got a text. Could you send me the your what is it, the buyer compensation, whatever, for my compliance? What? Girl, pump your brakes, okay? It's like, because does that show you could get 5%? Because you know, whatever you put on the buyer's compensation, if it's 2.5%, you can't get more than that.
Right. And you can't take it upward either.
Yep.
You cannot, once you see that.
Once you put it in.
So if you have 2.5 and they're given, this is just a side note, and this is important for you, that first of all, you can't talk numbers out in the public. So you have to keep numbers out. The numbers are negotiable between you and your client, okay? So this is just for example. If you have a certain percentage on that buyer's broker's agreement, and then the seller says, I'll give more than that, you cannot go back and amend it upward,
Yeah.
but you can amend it down.
Down.
Okay, you cannot get it. So those are little things that you definitely want to be aware of.
Mm-hmm.
But and they don't have to see it either. That's not their business.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever they're getting, the other agent, that's on them, and that's it. So if you get whatever, then that's on you and your client.
Right. Exactly. And so we had just talked about it. I just talked about it to my my title company that I work with. I've been working with for the past 6 years. Same processor. And she was like, so? She was like, Chardeline, I know you're traumatized from these real investor deals, you know, with these other wholesalers. And I'm like, I know. Maybe that's what it is. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, when she asked for it, I was like, yeah, it says 5%. Because it did. I put 5%.
But you can do that.
Right. Now, if I wanted if I wanted to bring it down, I would have done it. Or if I needed to. But my seller requested or, you know, was showing like hardship or anything, yeah. But they were okay with it. And so she said, good for you. I need to charge more. I said, well, girl, you do. I don't know what to say. I don't know, you know. So, how to earn more money by working with investors. Oh, and a tip for you guys, this transaction that just took place. When I asked her what was the commission, because you know they don't show commission no more, right, on the MLS, she didn't tell me. So when you get somebody that don't tell you, even if you ask for a commission, you need to make sure you put 3%. Request 3% from the sellers, because then if she's able to give you 3%, then she gonna give it to you. But if you only ask for 2%, you're gonna get what you asked for.
Yeah.
So always on that buyer's agreement. The seller's compensation, if you work representing a buyer, ask for the max, which is typically like 3% or 2.5%, but at least you can negotiate, right? Because I was about to put 2% on it, and something said, no, put 2.5%. If she negotiates 2%, you're okay with that still, you know? Like the goal is to get the deal done. Like I'm focused more on the client than I really am about the 2%. Right? Because I'm gonna get paid regardless. And so I was like, let me just put 2.5%. Because I guess I'm back into my investor mind. Let me negotiate. If we negotiate, we're negotiating. And then I decided, and then when they signed it, I was like, oh, if I asked for 2%, it would have gave me what I asked for. They wouldn't have said, oh no, we're gonna give you 2.5%. No, always ask for 3%.
But do you think with the whole NAR thing, people's mindset are just like they're taking the 2% and not even trying to fight for it?
Let me be brief with this right here. So let me go again, because this is how we got sued, because we were putting out numbers. Mm-hmm. Whatever you and your buyer or whatever you and your seller negotiate, there's no standard. Whatever you all negotiate, whatever number you want to call out, that's the number. Yeah. But don't talk numbers, because again, that's how we got sued with that situation.
Yeah, like whatever you guys negotiate, you cannot go up. So if you negotiate 3%, then I couldn't say I want 2.5%, and I put on my buyer's agreement 2%. You get me? So you can go down, but you can't go back up. So you just gotta put it at a standard. Okay, if it's 3% on your buyer's agreement, you ask them for 3%. But if they're only giving 2.5%, then okay, you can accept 2.5%. If they give 2%, then you accept that. You know, you get what I'm saying? Do you understand that part? Yeah, because they're not just gonna tell you no more. Yeah. Okay, so how to earn more money by working with investors? Well, before I say that, has this been like
Game changer.
Has this been like enlightening? Like, I mean, are you guys getting value? Mm-hmm. You know, give me some claps. You know, drop some fire in the chat. if you are getting some value, if you're getting some value right now,
Go on my Instagram, Dr. Karen Lewis, DrKarenLewis.
drop some fire in the chat, y'all. Okay, let me know something. Okay, if you have any questions, definitely put your questions there. I will answer some questions at the end. Okay. Now, how to earn more money by working with investors. Focus on what the investors want. I got it. This is kind of like you hearing the same thing over again, right? Because it needs to be reiterated. All right. So focus on what they want. Ask them, what do you want? Where do you buy? Do you have a budget? Do you like a specific square footage? Does it have to be a certain, like I have an investor, it has to be 1,400 square feet. Like she'll do maybe 1,350, but and nothing lower. 23 tubes in this area.
And they'll tell you.
And they'll tell you. So ask. Don't be afraid to be, like, to assist and to serve. Don't be afraid to see an investor out or whatever. Or listen, they're at Home Depot. I would just pull up one day, make a weekly Home Depot trip. Hey, you're an investor? Oh, how you?
Go where the pain is at too. You know, go walk over there and have to start having conversation. Be aggressive, and I always use this here. Conversations are the gatekeeper to your closing, and we cannot be afraid to talk to people. We have to talk to people and make it work. We have to be the ones to go out there and sometimes initiate the contact.
Yeah.
And the conversation.
And sometimes they're not social. They just know that they just know how to do it. They know how to do it. That's it. They just go home. That's it. They're not social like that. So you going in and saying, hey, I see you're buying paint. I see you buying this right here. Are you an investor? Are you buying for a property? Do you have a fix and flip you're working on? And they'll tell you. And sometimes they'll invite you. Yeah, come by and see it. And that's an opportunity to use that, take some footage, and put it on social media. Okay. So
yeah, that's right. Because you want, if you're going to talk to the world and you're going to be on social media, and she said she made a certain amount of money on social media. So when you're on social media, one guy just told us a few weeks ago when we were doing a training, he said if you are with a buyer or you're with your investor and you want to be an investor and you're talking to investors, when you're with them, create footage, and then by the time it's over, you can have about 10 reels. Because now you're talking to the people you want to market.
Exactly. Right. Because if I say, hey, realtors, who am I talking to?
Real estate agents.
If I say, hey, moms, who I'm talking to?
Moms.
You know.
That's right.
So, now, understand their mindset. Use their language. You know, like some people are like, well, what is ARV? What is comps? What is comp? What is a comp? It's comparable, which is a shorter version. Like, yeah, what's the comps? You know? What's the ARV? After repair value. What is it gonna work? What is it gonna be worth after I repair it? After I put all this money into it, what can I sell it for? Okay? Take classes, courses, masterminds on real estate investing. Don't be a typical real estate agent, okay? Because you're gonna have some situations where you're gonna have a seller. You're gonna go there, and you're gonna walk in the house. You're gonna be like, oh my God. From the floor to the ceiling and stuff. Who's gonna buy this property? I can't be. That's why you see on MLS one picture. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like these realtors right here. You know. But if they had an investor, if they work with investors, it would be easy. Investors don't care about that stuff. But you're gonna bring a traditional person coming in buying this property, they're like, no, you out of your mind. They're gonna fire you. They're gonna be like, she's crazy. She's sent me over here to the hood. Okay? So, but investor is like, oh, yeah, of course. Well, roof caving in, great. Love it. They want it. Okay? So, don't be a typical realtor. Learn how to do comparables for investors. Because when I see some investor specials on MLS, you guys see them too. You're like investor special. I said, there's nothing special about this. This is horrible. And I'm like, I look at this price and I see the property. I'm like, oh my God. And then I go and I run the comps and I'm like, they're listing the property as if it was already fixed up. I guess that's the strategy they use. That's why houses be sitting there for like over 90 days catfishing. Okay? Go to your local RIA, Real Estate Investor Associations. How many of you guys heard of RIAs?
And then I was actually gonna ask that. Where do you go to find that?
Google.
Okay.
Or, hey Siri.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey Siri. Because I've been using Siri for everything now. I'm like,
Well,
busy.
Siri heard you.
She heard me.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey Siri, find me the nearest real estate association in Miami or in Florida. Find me all of them. Go to ChatGPT. Find me all the real estate investor associations in Florida. Okay, and it's always good, like, to tap into different ones. There's some in Dade, there's one in Broward. I know there's some in Broward. There's in Palm Beach. There's one in Boca. There's one in Port St. Lucie, because Port St. Lucie is like really like doing really, really, really good. Back in the days when I was young, Port St. Lucie was very like goaty.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, I sold a lot of land. The land that I showed you guys that I sold a lot of land to builders on Port St. Lucie, off market. A lot. And if you have land in Port St. Lucie, call me. Okay. All right. So, go to the local RIA, guys. This is where I went and I heard about this right here. That's where I went. A local real estate association event. Okay. Brand yourself. See, I told you guys I was gonna come back to social media. When I first got started, the first year, I was very shy. I thought I was very shy. I was not outgoing. Like me now is really like, if I knew me, like me, I was gonna be me right now today, like speaking in front of you guys, like all of this. I got a F twice in public speaking in college because I did like to speak in front of people. And the reason why I got a C is because I had to pass. I'm like, all right, fine. Let me just do a C, okay? And back then, I didn't want to show my face. I felt like putting my face on the marketing. What if they don't want to work with me? Because it's me. But then after I did some deals, I was like, well, what if they want to work with you? Because it is you.
Right. Why not you?
Because it is you, right? What if they see you and they're like, this is different. She's different. I want to work with her. Everybody else look the same. But I see something different. She's offering something different. What if they see my flyer and they want to work with me? Okay? So, I did a photo shoot, okay? I came in the whole new year at 2017, 2018, 2019, January. I had a brand new photo shoot, red. Listen, I was investing in myself. I made some money, so I was like, you know what? Let me brand myself. That's when I heard about branding, so I started branding myself. Listen, I started telling everybody what I did, barbershops. I was everywhere. I had business cards. I started going to businesses like tax offices because guess what? They have so many people that come in. They already have the foot traffic. I can't be at 10,000 places at one time, but my business card can.
Right.
But my calendar can. But my conversation, like, hey, let me partner with this business right here. Right? So that's what I was doing. So I started marketing myself, like going out.
And let me add too, sometimes new agents come in and you may not, you probably can't do certain things because you may not have the money. But there are some things that you can do. You can go into barbershops You can get your business cards, okay? You can take your business cards to the tax shop. You can have a conversation and meet with the owner of the tax company. You can go back to the barber shop and see if people got your business cards every week. If you put out 20, 25 there, then it's your job to go back and see if it's working. If you see your business cards gone 25 times, 25 cards and they're gone, then you know that somebody is getting them, okay? So now you go back to that, you go back to the place. And when you pass out your business card, don't just pass out your business card, get their contact. Or say, hey, I forgot my business card, let me take your number. Now you're collecting data. You're collecting. It's too many ways right now for us to be creative and make it work. There's an abundance. We just tend to think, again, as a real estate professional, that there's scarcity and there's a lack of, when it's not. It's just the reason we don't go get it. We're scared of the conversation. We're scared to go to the barber shop. She's like me. I was afraid to speak in public. I would not talk to anybody. I was too scared. I was afraid. Nobody never told me I would get to this day right here.
Come on.
But it helped my business grow to the next level. So
Even in your doctors, when you go see a dentist or a doctor,
we're scared. We're scared to talk. We're scared to talk to. We're scared to talk to people we pay money to give services to. We don't want to talk to them. We think they don't buy houses. We think that they don't know anybody that buy houses. But we're trying to have a conversation. They especially don't know how to put their money somewhere. They don't know.
They don't know.
And they don't have time to try to figure it out. And they don't even know to even act. So if you can even go in there and just start working and start having a conversation with them before they tell you to put some mouthwash in your mouth. Hold on, let me talk to you. So you can
give them a pamphlet. Create a pamphlet.
That's my God.
Create a pamphlet.
Especially on investing. Because they need somewhere to store their money.
Create a pamphlet on Canva. That's for the free. Canva is free, y'all. Okay?
Oh my God. Y'all better get back and watch it. I'm telling you.
Canva is free. Like,
you can go do so many things, and they got you. You don't have to be smart no more. ChatGPT will help you.
ChatGPT.
You don't have to be smart.
You don't have to be smart. Just make sure you don't put on social media insert when they told you to insert something. Just be careful right there. That's it. Other than that, bam. It's not.
Listen, ChatGPT be responding to my emails. I be like, copy.
Me too. If you see how my post ChatGPT, I just revised it. Okay, that's it.
I said, respond to this email like Grant Cardone.
That's right. That's right. I'm serious.
I'll do it for you.
You will.
Respond to this email and then I'll see it. It'll be so manly. I'll be like, all right,
Make it
soften it up like me though. They'll be like, the act of softness.
That's
Whatever
right.
you tell it will do.
It will do it.
And if you don't
ChatGPT,
tell it,
I don't like this right here. This is not me.
Right.
I'm not saying it like, talk to it.
Right.
Yeah. It's
Listen.
so creative. Oh my God. That's
Okay.
all I can say.
This like my kids on ChatGPT. I got them. My son like, what business can a 9-year-old? Oh yeah.
What's the point?
And then I don't teach them to cheat. I tell them to, some of the stuff they be giving at the homework, I'm like, I don't know, honey. I went to school years ago. I was smart now. I graduated in 11th grade.
That's right.
I went to college. I got the degree to show y'all.
Right.
But what is this?
That's right.
Like, I have to relearn with them.
That's right.
And some stuff, I'm like, just take a picture, copy, and then send it to chat, and we will figure it out. They'll show us what to do.
Right.
I like your word. She says this. She says, I had to relearn. And so that's something that we have to be mindful of. And it's okay to relearn because you won't stay in this area all the time.
Yeah.
You always, she said, God is a movement God.
Yeah.
There's always has to be movement going in your business.
Right.
Always. And if movement is not going in your business, you're stagnant or you're losing. You just don't recognize it, but you're losing if you're not always moving forward. Even if you got to stop for a minute, but don't stay there long. Don't stay and wallow in it. Just keep going, even if you have to move slower.
And keep showing up.
Keep showing up, my God.
Keep showing up.
This next time, that's what we should be. No. This next time, I'm gonna try, y'all. I'm gonna try. Don't tell her, but I'm gonna try to get her back for a business class. Next time we do that, we supposed to be popping them nuggets on Instagram. Pop, pop, pop. Keep showing up. God is a
Right.
movement. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Keep showing up, because when you keep showing up, you stay in a fire.
Right.
You know, like you ever just not feeling yourself, and then you just like, all right, I'm gonna just, I don't even want to go. I'm gonna get dressed. Oh, I gotta put on my face. You know, I gotta do my hair, put on some clothes, and then you show up and you like, damn, I'm happy I came. And now you leave the environment that is helping you, right? That's a good environment. You filled up, you know. It may not be to the T, but you got enough to go, and you're not gonna eat no more.
Oh my God.
So be careful of the environments that you're going to. They're not adding adding to you. They're taking away from you. You know, that's why it's hard for me to talk to people that be all depressed all day. I'd be like, girl, I gotta call you back.
I told him I'm not gonna go First Watch, but I'm not going to First Watch no more. I'm going on Los Olas. I'm not going to First Watch for breakfast anymore. I'm going over Los Olas. I'm going to the environment.
Yeah,
That's what we gotta do.
yeah. It's like I don't go to. I've always been like that. So I'm like alone. I be in my car, do my own thing, go my own places. Like I stay way far from my family, and they don't come to my house. And I used to be like, why you don't come over? And I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm kind of happy they don't come over. Because whatever you building, like it's like this. You are a home, right? I'm a home. I'm a temple, right? That's what the Bible says, right? I'm a temple. So whatever I bring in or around me and put in me, right? Whether I'm hearing it, whether I'm seeing it, whether I'm being in it, right? I'm physically in it, that's going to affect me.
Yes.
Okay? Whoever I have around me, whether it's friends, whether it's somebody I'm dating, whether it's like husband, wife, whatever you have around you, you know? Even my kids, I teach them, don't be saying that negative stuff. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And they literally will tell me, oh, remember what you said, mommy. Be careful of your words. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. They'd be like, repent right now. I'm like, all right, I'm going to repent. You know? Because you have to, I'm teaching them this at 6, 7, 8, 9. They're going to be a beast later on.
Right.
I didn't have that. So whatever you didn't learn, don't look down at your upbringing. Your goal is to look up and pull them up.
Oh my God.
Okay, whether it's kids, whether it's people around you, you know. So, guys, mindset is everything. So I started to brand myself on social media, right? I started to show up, and then also too, I started working out. I started feeling better about my confidence, myself.
You said your body is the temple, and we have to preserve it.
Yes.
You know, we get caught up with it, but if there's issues going on with us, we won't even be able to enjoy it because we get so caught up with the rat race trying to make money, but we don't care about the main home, which is our body.
Yeah. So I started working out. That's when I started doing, you know, taking some products to work out, to do what I need to do, right? You know, I had just had 2 kids, right? I can't blame it on my kids. I have to get out there. I have to work out. But then I realized there was a correlation between me working out and my success. It's
And
like
what? I didn't hear.
there was a correlation between, there was a connection between working out and success.
Oh, so gotcha. Okay.
You see all successful people, what do? They wake up, they work out, right? They have a routine, they go through, they work out, they go to the gym, right? So I started doing that.
Okay. I want to add this, and this is from, again, another side note. She's saying things that I'm passionate about, not the workout. The workout is not the issue. But one of the things we have issues, sometimes we have issues in certain things and that we just cannot do because our mindset is not there. And I'm always a person who says, and my agents know, to learn how to create habit. So if you want to work out, if you want to do something, whatever it is, and there's a struggle, you're not going to, unfortunately, you cannot start from her because she had to build her mindset, but you can start from somewhere because the key is to get in the game. If you remain on the sideline forever, you will never get to her level. But you got to start from somewhere. So let's use, if it's a gym and you don't work out, Susie, go to the gym, drive by, and just wave at the gym and come on back home. Because you have to create the habit. If you don't know how to create the habit, you'll never get there. And so create that habit for about 21 days because that's what you're doing. And then after them 21 days, then the next thing you do, you knock at the door. But you're building a habit, and then you're going to eventually go into the gym and you start to get and accomplish your goals. But that's not just with the gym. That is with everything in your life. And if you can just start from somewhere, start small, be consistent with it, and celebrate your wins, game changer.
Yeah.
Game changer. Okay, consistency is key, hands down.
And that is the truth. It's not it's the facts, it's the truth. Okay? Because I didn't, you can walk. It's not about doing what other people are doing. Stop looking at what other people are doing, and they're doing some outrageous stuff in the gym right now. They should be banned from the gym, right? I'm like, what is this? I'm doing anything for the Instagram now. The lost your soul. So, but just walk. You can walk, right? That 30-minute walk, it does something to you, right? You go to the gym, So there's different things that you can do, but that also helped me to become more successful. I really truly believe that because it did something to my mind that just, when I come from the gym, I'm like, oh, I done lifted this. Oh, you? Oh, no, I can take you. You know what I mean? But that's how I feel, okay? So social media, guys, use it for look at this, some before and afters. Go to properties maybe before and then after. You can do also videos as well to showcase that. Speak to investors if they're okay with getting on camera. You don't have to tell people your investor name because they're gonna take your investor. But you can talk to them and be on camera too. As well as update your business card to at least say that you work with investors too, because that's also important. Because if you're just I sell and buy real estate, okay, you're only talking to really, you don't give a sell, buy, invest, investor friendly or whatever. Add something like that to your business card or your marketing or even your social media bio. So that way they know that, oh, okay, she worked with investors. And then you'll get it. I had an investor the other day send me matter of fact, call me. How you got my number? Social media. I was like, oh God. And then he's like, I found you on social media on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, he's like, I'm looking for properties. He's like, and then he followed me. And then he's like, don't worry, I'm not a wholesaler. I'm like, good, right? Not even I work with wholesalers too, but I'm looking for direct buyers. You know what I mean? I work with other wholesalers too because you may have something and my buyer may want it. We can all collaborate and make money. And so he reached out to me. And so that was another confirmation of keep doing what you're doing. Right. People are watching. He had just followed me that day, wherever he saw me at. Also, when you post things that people can share, other people see you now. Okay, if somebody share you on their story, other people see you. Now you have collaborated, and now they're on yours. Or even realtors go live with each other. Sometimes it's somebody watching you that they may see her and say, I want to do business with her. Hey, I saw you on the live and something that you said sparked the interest and I really like your vibe, I want to work with you. They like. Okay? They may have been watching you, but you didn't, connect with them the way she did. Okay? So don't be afraid to collaborate and go live with each other as well. Don't be afraid to go live. I'm not going to lie to you. When I see one person in my life, it's sometimes like, I'm too good for this. I'm too good for this, God. Nah, God, you're not about to do me like that. But, listen, 1 is better than 0. Okay? Love the one you're with. If it's 1 person, speak to that 1. If it's 2, speak to that 2. Love who you with. Okay? Before these people got 100, they were at 1, 2. So don't look left and don't look right. Stay forward. Stay looking forward. Stay focused. Okay? Have tunnel vision. Okay? So social media, don't sleep on it. It's a great opportunity just for traditional and investment deals. Like, use it. Facebook, I've gotten deals off of Facebook from old college friends. Hey, you still do real estate? My aunt is selling in her house. Yes, I do. Another one, I wrote something on my, the little note things, use it. The little note that says, what's your vibe today or whatever on Instagram, and now on Facebook it has it. Use it. I used it, and a old college colleague of mine was like, hey, my family has a house, I need to sell it. And also too, I'm working with a probate attorney that's gonna be doing some things for him. So networking, we're gonna get to that. But yeah. So this is how you can do that, guys. Now, this is more so how to partner with us. Okay, how to partner with me, how to partner with DNT Real Estate. You can definitely partner with us. Like, we have, and I have for sure, expertise and experience, all right? Working with investors. I have so much investors. I'm not even stuck to my
When you say
day.
partner, what, I didn't see that.
It says partnering with us.
Who is us?
Me.
Oh, you. Oh, okay.
Yes. DNT Real Estate is us, okay? We are in business. So I have experience working with investors, not just in Dade County. I am working with investors in, I have investors all over, like Texas. I have investors, I'm networking.
Global, baby.
I'm networking. Okay, I know people in Dubai. I have investors, I have connections in Dubai, so I'm networking. There's one thing I didn't add that, but network.
Yeah.
And don't just be going just
Passionate.
anywhere.
Yeah, you have to be
Don't go for the
intentional.
food all the time, because y'all know they be having the food. Y'all be like, wait, I'm going for the snacks. I can pass by at 12. That's my lunch. Okay? Don't go for the food all the time. Like, go there, meet people, have a day. Even if it's every 2 weeks, have a day set for networking. Like, I put in my calendar this year, every week, once a week, I'm networking. And I have it on my calendar, networking. And one thing about it is, I haven't even been looking for networking events. They've been coming to me because I put on my calendar networking. So networking events be coming to me.
Good track.
Okay?
I actually host networking events, by the way, so if you guys want to tap in with that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here's what I do say about networking. Most agents, they don't make money from networking. And the reason that they don't make money is because what they do is not intentional. They don't know how to network.
Right.
And even if they go to events, they take the cards and they do nothing with the cards, and then it becomes a cycle.
Ooh.
And it's the same thing. And then at the end of the year, they go for the food, they go for the wine and the alcohol, and they do that. And I'm real. But at the end of the year, if they monitor their income, they've never made money on networking. So you have to be strategic. One person I know said that every time they go to an event, they come back with 3 cards and they officially and actually talk to 3 to 5 people before they go, somebody that they've never met, and they work with them. And people do business on, real estate is a people's business.
Yes.
It's a people's business.
Period.
So we tend to think that we just talk to you one time and then that's it. But it's not the case, and so you just keep building and you keep building from that. And then they become not just your database, they become your friends. They pick up the phone and they can talk to her just like they've been knowing each other all their lifetime. So you gotta be strategic. You can't just go to a networking event and just pass out your card and then you think something's gonna happen. It's not.
Yeah.
You have to be strategic and intentional when you do it.
It's true.
And that's what happens.
And then here's the thing, we always think sometimes too that we have to, you don't always have to go outside to network. You can pick up the phone and network.
That's right. You can pick up the phone.
Hey girl, I see you doing your thing over there. I want to say congratulations on your last closing. You know, like, what do you have in the pipeline? How can we serve each other? How can I help you? How can I serve you?
The young lady just walked out the door. That's her team member. I don't want her because we don't operate like that. Do you understand? But what I told my team, you know, not right here, but we're together, we're connected, we're sisters. And so I'm supposed to share and reach out and connect with her. That's her team member. If I can help her do something, why not? That's how we build.
Yeah.
I can call her and she love me. I'm clap.
Yeah.
You know? But we have that relationship, but we built it. And she stayed in contact with me.
I did, right?
She called me.
I called her. I was like, wait a minute. I was looking for something, and I saw that she sold a property in the same area. I was looking for something, and I said, and I called.
And
like,
it has
hey.
never happened to me in 24 years. She called me and she asked me, she pulled it up. And she was trying every way possible to see, we didn't work it, but she was trying every way possible to see how we could work the deal together.
Yeah.
And that's where our relationship started from. And with that, she's been on my radio show twice and dropped nuggets like it's hot. I mean, and the sky's the limit. So I love it.
Yeah. So, you know, just picking up the phone as well as networking, because I didn't meet Dr. Karen outside. I met her through the phone.
That's
and
right.
I could have just met you and left you with the number, you know, your number. But hey, I lock her phone number in. When you meet people, don't just put their name. Put what they do. Put what is it? Like, I put Dr. Karen. She works with investors. Okay.
And even when you met them and the day
Yes.
you met them.
You could put that.
Yeah.
That helps a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I would put like where I met you, of course, and be like, oh, where I met you at. But for me, I'm focused on she works with investors. That's what I'm focused on, because I know you got to know what you're trying to get. Because when I'm looking through my phone, I'm looking for Palm Beach. I'm looking for Port St. Lucie Realtors. I'm looking for Broward Realtor or Broward Realtor that works with investors.
Love it.
Or I'm looking for a Palm Beach Realtor that works with investors. Not just I have your name, but I have in between of your last name and your name, what you do, and who you work with.
Right.
I have Chris, developer, buys in Victoria Park.
Exactly.
I have Alexis, buyer, buys in Palm Beach.
Most agents don't have that. I mean, that's it. They don't have it.
Because now,
the business card does not even get anywhere.
no.
It doesn't go anywhere. And you save it long enough, if you chew gum, you're going to put your gum on it. You know?
Listen, okay, but you know what? I have a stack of business cards. My residents, they did a networking event for businesses. So I got like some business cards, and I also took down some names. And I they did this within a couple of days. I'm like, what? Next week? Like, most realtors be like, I'm not ready. I don't have all this stuff. Oh, wait, I was on Canva, get some things together, and I was trying to print it. People were trying to charge crazy amounts. I'm like, FedEx. Like, this is for right now. Money like speed.
I love that.
So I really could have said, I can't do it this time. I'm not ready. I don't have my cards, because my cards, I just switched brokerages, so my cards are in the mail, right? I could have been like that.
Which brokerage were you
Ah.
with before?
Oh, I thought you called, because you can't call out a broker. Then.
Before it was like, it was just there just to hang my license. That's it.
Okay.
You know, but yeah. So for me, you know, marketing myself, like I created something on Canva. It was super cute. I got it printed out. I spent less than $20-$30, and I had my little table set up. It was real cute. Okay, and then I talked to people. That's it.
That's good.
And then I met a guy there at the networking. He does lending, and he was like, "Oh, I have some land in Coral Gables. I'm selling $14 million." I'm like, "Send it to me." Like, I'm not like, "Oh, it's $14 million." I don't know. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go find somebody for this." And I'm already like, "Hey, I have some land in Coral Gables. Hey, I have some land in Coral Gables. Hey, if I don't know somebody, I'm gonna find somebody." That's my mindset. There's somebody out there that know it.
Yeah.
They'll be like, the investors will be like, "How did you find me?" "Well, I looked you up." That's how. "How did you find my number?" "I looked you up."
Yeah, and if you strategize when you at those networking events, you can get contacts and connections.
Yeah. I looked you up. Or I make, and here's the thing, I could have went straight to her buyer. I didn't have to call her,
That's right.
right? I could have just went straight, because all I needed is the LLC to find out the buyer. And then I'll do my own sleep tracing, right? But I said, thought different. I said, if she's willing to work with me and partner with me, I could get the buyer, of course, but she may have 10 more buyers. So now,
Mindset.
instead of one, I'm going to be connected to her, and she got 10. So, but not every realtor is going to be nice and answering this and that. That's their loss. That has nothing to do with me. I gave them the opportunity. Okay? So, you guys, I'm going to let you guys scan it. I do have an opportunity. When I say partner with me, it's not my company, my brokerage at all. This is D&D Real Estate. So this is more so of learning how to work with investors in your own brokerages, so that way you can, be that person in your brokerage. Also be that person, stand out from the rest. You know what I mean? So I'm not building no team, be honest with y'all. I did network marketing, and I built a big team. Ask, Susie right there. Okay, I had one of the biggest teams over I had a team in Africa, a big team in Haiti. Okay, I was a national director for the company. I got 3 rings, and I built the team. Like, I served my people. So I built a big team, had a big team. However, that's not what I'm doing. But I am building partnerships. Like, you could be over there doing what you're doing great, and then we could add the investors on there. So you may have a property, and I may have an investor. Or I got an investor, same way. I got a property, you got an investor. That's it.
Good.
Or you got somebody that's like, hey, I got this homeowner, she's going through this, and this is what she's going through, and because there are situations that happen like that. They don't want everybody in their business. Sometimes they don't want nobody in their business.
That's
they don't want their property on the market.
That's right.
That's why why do you think there's off-market properties? Why do you think there's off-market properties? Because not everybody
Some
want their
just want
property to be
right.
listed. They don't want open houses. They don't want that.
Right.
So
They just want
what
to sell.
about, right, they just want to sell. They don't want the headache. They don't want that, right? What about those people? What do you have for those people?
That's good.
So you got to make sure that you got something for these people. You got something for these people. McDonald's got something for the dollar people. McDonald's got something for the premium people.
Right.
Okay.
That's right. This is good.
You got it everywhere. Whether it's Neiman Marcus got something for the smaller, and Neiman Marcus got clothes that cost $23 for kids, and they also got clothes that cost $2,300 for kids. So
That's good.
you know, when you in there, you're able to navigate wherever you are. But if you just have something for one person, then it's not bad, but you only get that one person, and you kind of like, no, I don't do this, which is fine, but you know, it's your choice. It's just how this is just a way for you to expand your business. You know, so yeah. So we have exclusive access. So we get access to off-market deals, private listings, and also to it's like off-market is very fun, guys. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. You know, personalized service. What was that? I'm like, Jesus, no! I prayed this morning. I said Psalms 91 last night. No.
For me, see, I took it as confirmation. That's just God said, "You got this. Let's
Okay.
go." We shifted that.
Listen, and I have a global network, y'all. I have investors everywhere. I know people, and I'm not afraid to get to know people. You know, and one of the other things that I want to give you guys a little bonus is I want you guys. This is a mentorship that I have, the Investors Vault, and you guys, it's an Investor Vault, okay? I want to give you guys a little bonus. Build relationships with people that don't have to, not just realtors, attorneys, probate attorneys. They have properties too, right? And also too, it's not just that they have properties. If your client needs a probate attorney, now you're like, oh, I have to find a probate. My client needs a probate. If I have one, or I got one, or I have three. We can figure out which one you want to work with. Have your team ready.
Now look at here, and there's a situation. See how important it is to network and collaborate. Literally, I'm supposed to talk to a probate attorney today at 3:00. My mind did not even go here. And I'm sure once I tell her the story, she may give me some answers on what we can do or have somebody in place. You see?
Yeah, I got somebody for you though.
All right now.
Okay? Somebody that can get it done. All right? Get it done. Like I like to be around people that get things done.
That's right. Get it done.
Like get it done. I don't want to call your office. I don't want to call your office and speak to a receptionist. Like I want to talk to you. Tell me what's going on with my deal. What's going on with my case? What's going on with this probate? What do you need? What documents do you need? What are you waiting on? What are we waiting on? Because this property got to sell. You know, what are we waiting on? We're not waiting. Like, if we don't have to wait 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, we're not waiting that long.
Good.
A lot of times you don't have to wait that long, but the problem is you're dealing with a certain type of probate attorney that's they're gonna drag it out. Okay? And it's not beneficial to the client, you know? So, probate attorney, a good title company, always have that. Also, somebody that has some knowledge of foreclosures. Also, someone who knows how to negotiate liens with the city, You know, what else? Go to the city. You know, if you see a deal that has some type of lien or whatever issues, like don't just shy away from it. Yeah. So those are a couple things that you can do. And then don't be afraid to just help people.
Right.
Give people advice. Give them options. Clients want options. Okay. So this is the Investors Vault Mentorship. All right. And then what's included in it is the vault. The vault is where you get all the off-market deals. These are not deals that's just everywhere. These are deals that I actually make sure that there are deals, because there's a lot of properties that are not great opportunities for nobody. And that goes for land, development, okay? I have a do-it-yourself, a done-for-you system, okay? So with scripts, deal templates, and marketing strategies, weekly mentorship sessions, all right? So it's a live coaching and personalized guidance, okay? Because you may need something else, you may need something different, right? I may be a little bit more advanced than you, right? And so you coming in, maybe at the starting point is different. So everybody's at a different place starting out. Investor relations mastery, strategies to attract and build trust with investors. I have a networking with other high level investors. So when I do go to I like to network with people who's doing crazy deals. Like have already closed 10 deals already in January. Okay? And they're not on social media. These people, they're old. When I say they're old, they're old. Probably they're close to their 80s, 70s. They know the game. You know. Real estate investing secrets, techniques to quickly evaluate deals and maximize the ROI. That ROI stands for return on investment. That's the term investors use. Done for you marketing assets, ready-made templates for emails, social media, and ads. Emails, a lot of investors, they'll give you the email to send them deals, and that's fine, but also make sure you follow up with a text, y'all. Because that email, when they get busy, it don't get done, it don't get seen to the end of the day, or sometimes the next day, or it gets forgotten. But that text, they're gonna check the text. So make sure you're doing that, okay? So I have some bonuses. All right, some scripts. You close deals with me. Like last night, I got a young lady at 9 something hit me up. Hey, I have some land in Central Florida. How much would your investors pay for this? I get those. So it's when people know what you do and what you have, they're gonna come to you. Leads be coming to me. I just started calling people.
Oh, wow.
I've never called nobody. And so it's weird to me, but I'm you gotta get into it, because you gotta get into it, okay? It's a little weird to me, but I'm no. You know? I've never done it. It's either been I went for a deal that's on the market, or somebody called me about a deal, right? But you can't just depend on those, okay? Picking up the phone works. All right, it's just a mindset change that you have to have. Okay, so there's a couple more things that I have, and then if you guys are interested in, mentorship, and honestly, this is not for everybody. This is for people who really want to take action. It's nothing the reason why my mentors like me is because when I called them and they gave me advice, I took action. And then I got results. They didn't make no money. But they like me and respect me because I came back here you go, I did it.
That's right. And she did step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. She didn't do step 1 and step 3.
Yeah.
Wanting the same results.
Yeah. And I believed. Like I had a deal, one of my mentors, I said, they have, I got this seller going through foreclosure and somebody signed a contract with them. And I'm like, it kind of looks bogus. Then they don't have no deposit. They don't have this and that. He's like, just have him sign your contract. I was like, huh? He's like, yeah, just have him sign it. I was like, okay. And I did. But if I was scared, if I didn't do what he said, when I was able to close the deal, I'm like, hey, remember that deal? I closed it. They're like, oh, good job. And I came and bought him a nice $50 bottle of champagne or something. This is a man. Like, he didn't make no money from me. But the fact that I did it, people, as much as it seems like people want to see you lose, there are a lot of people that want to see you win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's good. That's right.
Focus on the people that want to see you win instead of those people that want to see you lose. Focus on them. Prioritize them. Thank them. When somebody help you, do something for them. Just to say thank you. Even if it's just, hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know? So. And you can you can scan this. And I do have a 12-month mentorship. You can scan it. And this is for investing, guys. Investors, working with investors. And my medical says I'm low on battery. Oh, it's okay. You can scan it and or take a screenshot. And yeah.
Yours came up?
Yeah.
Let me just take a picture.
It's a calendar.
Yeah. So you'll get a call with me. We'll talk so I can see where you at, what you need. Because everybody don't need the same thing. You may be at a different level than somebody else. Okay. You guys can screenshot it. And then once you you can screenshot the scan. Screenshot it, and then once you go to your phone, if you have Apple, I don't know about the Android people, right? I don't know about y'all Android people though. You can just tap the screen, and they'll tell you if you want to go to the link or not.
Oh, nice.
I sent it to you, Dr. K.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so screenshot it, get out your way. You can screenshot it, and then once you get on your phone, you just tap the screen on your phone. And then it'll ask you, do you want to copy it? Do you want to go to the link, visit the link?
Thanks, Laura.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just Calendly. Guys, we'll talk. We'll go over, what do you need? Where you at? Kind of create something for you. Because like I said, everybody's not in the same boat. Okay? So now we have some Q&As. Guys, Instagram. If you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and I'll answer a few questions before I leave here. But you guys get priority since you're in the room. Congrats to you guys for being here. How was the presentation? Yeah. Instagram, like, how was the presentation? Let me know. What did you guys like? If it's something that you took away. If it's something that you decide, okay, I'm going to implement. Like, take one thing and implement it.
Yes.
Even if it's one, guys.
Yes.
It'll be great if you did 3. But take one thing and implement that.
Take one thing or 3, but take something. Just
Yeah.
don't let this be a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Like, take one thing and just see if it works. That's what I do. Right? Because guess what? When they tell you, let me tell you something. The people that took Ozempic, they took it and they said, let me see if it worked. Because it seemed like it worked for her. Mm-hmm. Let me see if it worked for me, right? They took the Ozempic. And I hear they said it was losing their behind. Like, I'm like, oh, God, no. So they took the Ozempic, right? They see if it worked. Just try it. See if it worked. That's what I do. I see if it worked. Okay, she said she did this. I'm gonna do it tomorrow and see what matter of fact, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now. Let me call 10 of these people right here. And that's it. and see if they work. When you meet people, be intentional. Like, don't just meet them and just talk about random things. Like, meet them, get to know them, seeing how you can add value, you know, and that's it. And you're gonna have then you're gonna start having other people send you people too, because they know what you do. Don't be afraid to tell people what you do. Like, tell people what you do. Don't be afraid. You know, everybody is not gonna be your client,
That's right.
but at least everybody gonna know what you do.
Everybody's not going to be your client, and we're all over the world looking, thinking everybody's going to be our client.
Yeah.
There's a niche.
Yeah. And use social media. The other day, I think I posted something, I just said, this year, are you looking to get a bag or something? Like, not a bag, not a purse, but, you know, some money, right? How many people are looking to get a bag, get a house, get this, get this, get this? One of my followers says, I need me a bag, right? I need some more money. And then they went on saying, I'm looking for a house, a 3-2, a this, 107, I'm looking at my DM, I'm like, are you free now to talk? Once you get people in your DM, take them out your DM. Get them on the phone.
That's right.
Don't just say DM me so I can get your contact, so I can take you off the phone.
Right.
So I can take you off Instagram, because that's Instagram's platform. That's not my platform. If they shut down tomorrow, they shut down. I see TikTok.
That's right.
So then you're gonna pull them out, and you're gonna say,
And you have them.
give me your name and email. Matter of fact, you got the name, unless they got some weird name on Instagram, right? You know, you get the name, and then you get their email, you get their phone number. Hey, are you available to talk now? When is your next available? Don't be tapping on Instagram. Are you available to talk? When are you available to talk? And then that's it. And then I got on the phone with her. She said, I can talk now. I'm like, okay. You go on the phone, and then you get them pre-approved. Or you find out what they're looking for. Or they call you, they may call you. Like the guy called me from Instagram. So don't sleep on Instagram and Facebook. But don't overwhelm yourself. But don't sleep on social media. So you should at least be doing something on social media. And then in due time, your clients will find you. Because when you keep putting it out, they're gonna find you. But if you don't put out no information, no content, you don't open your mouth and tell people what you know, or you don't even give your opinion. They want to hear your opinion. What do you think about this? If you see the little old ladies, they'll call you, well, what do you think about this? You know, they want to hear your opinion. So definitely do that. Take it into consideration. Is there any questions? You guys have any questions?
How do you handle new construction comps for new constructions if there's probably not anything? Well, if you really don't, the address is not even ready for you to even do a comp.
For new construction?
New construction, yeah.
How do you handle
Duplex,
a duplex?
yeah, or a multifamily property.
Well, I go to, even if it's not ready, there's other properties in the area within about a mile that sold like within the last 360 days. You know, I try to stay 180, but if I have to go to 360, then within a year. And then you will basically, see what the new constructions have been selling for. And if you can't find anything within a year, you go last year, you go a year before.
Go back in time.
Yeah, and then you make sure you put, I would use Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
I will go to Matrix, I will put the address of the property next door. Let me see, or
Oh, that makes sense.
I will go to Matrix, I will put the address of the property maybe like next door. And then I would just basically put the categories closed or pending. And then I will also put in year built.
Mhm.
So maybe built in the last 3 years. That's new construction. And then it'll pull up everything.
So 3 years.
Yeah.
Are there different tiers for your mentorship program, or like how much is it? What's the investment?
Yeah, there's different tiers. So when you go there and you apply, it's based off of you.
Yeah, because saying if you ain't got no money, don't book the call.
Yeah, don't book the call. Yeah, because it's very straightforward. It's like you don't want to waste your time. You know what I mean? And then also too, you ever wanted to do something and you just couldn't do it? It made you feel super horrible.
Mhm.
It's like, no, just do it. Like for me, I remember when I wanted my Audi, right? I wanted the Audi so bad. I was like, yes, I'm gonna get this Audi. I would go see it, but then I only go for motivation, and then I go back to work. I'm like, I gotta get this Audi, and then that's how it happened for me. I didn't, I went for motivation, but sometimes you can go and you see something and it makes you feel like bad. You don't want that. So if you can't do it, just, okay, when I can do it, when I'm ready. Like when I wanted a Chanel purse, I went and I said, I'm gonna get one of these days. And then when I was ready, I walked in there, swiped. Nobody had to tell me nothing, or nobody had to sell me. You don't want to be sold.
Right. Do you do partnerships with people that are not on your mentorship program, or you have to be a mentee in order to do some deals with you?
It depends on what they have, because sometimes working with somebody, it could take a lot of time. So I definitely recommend somebody knowing how the process goes first, so that way you don't just make 10,000, but you don't have the knowledge to go make 100,000.
Right.
Because the goal is to duplicate that. See, I didn't just want to partner with the coach that I had. I wanted to make some money, yes, but I also wanted to see what she was doing. I wanted to be there. I wanted to, learn. Because now, although I split the deal with her and she made $7K, I made $7K, I've duplicated that so many times. The knowledge is here.
Right.
So nobody can steal this from me.
Right.
Nobody. I can continue to help you, 10,000 more people. Because it's here. The money is already spent. It's gone. The money is spent already. But do you have the knowledge to keep making the money? Do you have the wisdom to keep doing it? You guys know the richest man in the Bible was Solomon. King Solomon, right? Before his demise, okay? No, you gotta say, I'm just saying, he was before his demise. But he asked God for wisdom and knowledge and understanding. And God gave him everything else. But it was the wisdom and the knowledge to understand how to do it that was able to help him to duplicate, to keep doing it, to do more things, to build. He was a builder. Or he was an architect. So he was able to create cities and do a lot of things, right? So if he would have asked God for the money, he wouldn't have the knowledge to keep up with the money. Right? He would have lost the money. The money would have been spent already. He would have made bad investments. He would have got his license taken. He would have been all this type of things. You know what I mean? So he had the wisdom and the knowledge, and that was able to help him. So I'm big, even though I'm a big school, I love school. I've always loved school. I'm a big wisdom and knowledge girl. I've been asking God for wisdom and knowledge. Wisdom, knowledge. Give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, God. Give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because if you have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you got it. Because I don't want to be the person, I'm not holding you. I want to be you do your thing, and I'm like, hey, what you have? Hey, I got this. Okay, cool. Now we're doing deals where it's like, just send me the contract and it's nothing, you know, to get my buyers to sign and we're done, you know? Versus, you know, we do one deal and then now it's like, you still don't know what to do.
Right.
You just made some money, yeah.
Mm.
But now it's like, what did we do again?
Wait, but then you could use that money to invest in a mentorship program.
You can. No, you can't do that. You could definitely do that. And I what I did first was I invested into the mentorship and then I made some money. Right? Because I know I had to get in. I knew I needed to be in, I needed to be around the people, I needed to get in, right? So I could at least know something. I didn't know nothing. I was starting from ground zero. So I had to pay my way in. You know? Versus somebody that may not be starting from ground zero. Let's just say you got a seller right now that needs to sell or something like that. Right? That was a special situation. Then you have something. Right? But if you don't do nothing with it, you have nothing. So, because that day, if I didn't get the coach that I had, I would have had nothing. You know what I mean? Even though initially I think my mentorship was like $3,000, and then we split the deal, so that was $7,000. So really, I invested $10,000. But within my first year, I was already at almost 6 figures. First year. So, and I didn't really close that many deals. I think that year I closed like, my deals was just big in numbers.
So sorry, I was quick.
Yeah, so it was like, I think I closed like 6 deals.
What's your best strategy you think is like your go-to for an agent trying to work with an investor
What is my best strategy?
to find investors for an agent trying to find investors?
My best strategy to find investors, drive around the neighborhoods. They're working on the houses. And if they're not working on the houses and their workers are working on there, stop the car. I could stop the car and said, hi. You know, if they don't speak English, I'm like, donde está el jefe? Where's your boss? You know? And then they'll give me the boss number. I'm like, he's looking to buy more? Okay. And I get the number like that. Yeah.
When you get an investor that says they want, well, not an investor, a seller, I guess a builder, and they want to be off market, you still do the same work, just don't put it on the MLS when they say off market? Or you only do word of mouth when you go out to try to find a buyer for their property?
Like
When
a
they want
pocket
to do
listing. Like if I have a seller that says
they don't want to
I
go
want
on
some,
market.
I don't want to be listed.
Right.
And
Does
I
that
have,
just mean the MLS?
yeah, they don't want to list it. They don't want to have people come to your house. They don't want their address out there that it's for sale. Then I would go off market, sell it off market.
Okay.
I would still have them, like, I would still have her sell, sign, you know, the seller's compensation. You know what I mean? But I would just sell it off market. But then to sell off market, you would need, you know, investors who want to. Then you gotta ask them, you know, ask them questions like, why do you want to sell it off market? And, you know, kind of let them know what they would be expecting.
When it's off market.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, sometimes they don't want, their neighbors in their business. They don't want people to know they're going to foreclosure. They don't want
So many different reasons.
so many different things, and sometimes it's family. Sometimes it's not always about the seller. Sometimes it's like 10 different family members on the same deed. It's like, oh my God. To get 10 people to agree, it's like, whoa.
Shouldn't that go through probate or something like that?
Yeah, but even if probate says yes, I kid you not, sometimes even if probate says yes, sometimes you have to do something that's called a partition, where you have to force the sale.
That's why it's good to have probate attorney.
Yeah. So guys, it's been real. Okay, my time is up, and I will see you guys next time. All right.
She told me to tell you thank you and that she had to go in to do an interview.
Okay.